Hey guys, Matt from Soundrolling.com. So, I did promise you another video, and this is what I'm going to deliver. Episode 25, we're going to spend £3,000 and see what we can get as a good starting equipment set. I based the £3,000 figure because when I got one of my first feature-length films, very low independent thing, I already had a recorder, which was the Edirol R44, and that was worth about £800. I think I got it second hand, but we're going to try and buy new. Maybe we'll look at some second hand stuff. And then I had another £2,000 on top to try and buy as much as I could for this feature-length film. So, with £3,000 in mind, that was back in 2011. Now you can get so much more. I would recommend the Zoom F8. Let's just see. This is all coming up because I'm in Hungary still. But let's see. So let's just try the first result that comes up. B&H, so 9999. So I think the UK equivalent, if I do Zoom F8 UK, pink noise comes up. So we've got euros here, but it's about 825, I think it says on there. So 825. So let's add that. So we'll do Zoom F8, 825. Okay, brilliant. Next, we probably need a shotgun. So you're probably going to be looking at starting one. The classic is the Sennheiser 416. Let's see if we can possibly get one on eBay. Second hand. Very good, very rugged. This is new. This is based in, again, we need it to be in the UK. Being in Hungary, they think everything is in European Union. Okay. Now, this was actually, yeah, so this is the 416T, and you actually need an adapter to get 48 volt phantom power into it. But you could get this one. I did have this for a while, and it didn't do me too bad. Definitely didn't pay £600 for it though. Okay, Sennheiser 416 with a rycote Blimp Windjammer flight case as well. That's pretty good. Right now 650. So let's just say that we're going in for a 650. If I stop opening the wrong thing. So that's really good actually. So we've got a Blimp. We've got a 416 and the Windjammer. I mean, the Blimp and the Windjammer are kind of the same kind of terminology. 650. So let me whack out the old calculator because I can't calculate that fast off the top of my head. Plus 650. So we spent 1,475. So out of the 3,000, we have 1,500 to spend. Okay, so then we need definitely a boom pole. So what did I have? I got a Panamic, was my very first boom pole. It comes up with lots of fish, which is a bit bizarre. So let's type in UK boom pole. And you want at least 3 meters. I recommend that's a good kind of starting one. I think I had the Rode one, to be honest, when I was starting out. So let's go to, this is visuals. Again, this is just whatever comes up. And let's say that we're paying VAT as well. So £100. So we've got a boom pole now for 100 and let's say 110, just because of postage maybe they have on that. Just keeps everything nice and even. So then we've got boom pole. Then we need at least some XLR cables. So XLR cable UK. Let's see what comes up. So Maplin comes up. So let's just go with that. Actually, they're probably pretty expensive for cables. You can actually get them made for yourself. But 6 meters. 6 meters is definitely going to do us for. We have a 3 meter boom pole. That means we have 3 extra meters. Probably going to get 2 of them. It's £4.20 plus delivery. So let's say that that's £20. They ship from Germany. I think maybe their postage is a bit less actually. But let's just add it in there. So XLR cables. So then we do that as, so if that's going to be 8, let's do 16. I don't think they'd charge that much. In fact, let's round it so it's 15, nice and even. £8 for postage, I think is pretty fair. XLR cables. So what else? I had Sennheiser HD25. You can get the HD26s, which is what I have now, which I think is really good. Oh, if I do Mark II, definitely Mark II UK. So £145. Basic edition, closed, basic. That's Amazon, currently unavailable. Okay, well, let's just go for Gear for Music, £145. Add that in there. Headphones, £145. So what are we up to at the moment? So we've got 1475. Oh, 1475. And then we're going to plus the 1110. We're going to plus the 15. We're going to plus the 145. So we've still got about £1,000 left. That's pretty good going, I think. And that is essentially our system. So with this, essentially we have a zoom. We're going to be able to record with a boom. We're going to obviously be able to plug it in, and we're going to be able to listen. This is obviously all really good. So now we have our basic setup, which is just going to suit us really well, I think. Especially getting that 416, I think that's going to be really useful. Long term, really good in high humidity and everything else like that. Now, so we have, what do we have left? So we have 1,200 and something left. So let's look at a G3. So Sennheiser G3. Probably need like UK. Probably be looking second hand as well. These things hold their price really well, which is obviously good. Not so good if you're buying, but obviously good if you buy it and then you want to sell it on later. This is band E. I think band E is out of our range. But you can see £500. So technically we could get 2. Tom Man. Band E though. You got to make sure you get the right set. The EW112 is going to be the best one. Sennheiser. 2 for going for 450, which are new. So, decisions. It's good to have 2 sets of wireless, and the G3s will last you. I still have my first couple from when I bought them. Again, the mic. The only problem I have is that these mics that come with them, you're gonna want to change them up, and that's what gets expensive. So potentially, so either go for a G3, or what I would try and look at is getting, because to rent, especially in the UK, to rent a G3. So rent a G3. I mean, someone will rent one for probably about 16 quid maybe, or £20. Go for about 25 USD. So you could import them in. But if you want them to sound good, definitely recommend the Sanken Cos-11. And if I do UK, pink noise comes up, and €312. It changes into euros automatically, but it's £268. But then you've got to get it terminated, so it's probably around £300 maybe. Because then if you choose it with a connector, and we go with the 3.5 for the Sennheiser, let's just use this price, but convert it. Convert GDP. £293. So you see, you can spend £600 just on that. So we could either get, I think we can either get one Sennheiser G3, and that's going to be, what was that? It's 500 and something. We already know that our Sanken Cos-11. And again, maybe we could get the second hand. Maybe it's the right time to do that. But let's just enter it in here now. 300 with postage. Maybe you get also Sennheiser G3 from here. You want the EW112, 416. Let's just convert that, even though it's not completely accurate with all fees, etc., etc., to GDP. £400. So we've got £400 for that. So, and then we have a bit of changeover. We're going to buy batteries. We're going to buy a bit of gaffer tape. So I'm pretty happy with this. I think it's better in the long term that we have one G3 and we can rent out other stuff. And that would be the next. It would be a very good starting base. For instance, if you're doing interviews and they really like you to use a wireless and a boom at the same time, then you've got that covered. You can double up your G3, so you're doing a boom, but you can sell them on the wireless because you can use that as a camera hop, for instance, especially if you're going into a 5D or something like that. Let's do the final calculation. 825 plus 650 plus 1110 plus 15 plus 145 plus 400 plus 300. So we still have £500 left. Technically, we could get a second G3. So let's get a second G3 for another 400. So we're going to go to two G3s. And then I think it's really good that you get Sanken. They are going to sound really good. And you can always then, that can be your next thing to upgrade. The DPAs are good. Again, they're a bit more expensive. Trams are slightly better, but I've found that I moved very quickly from a tram to a Sanken. And now I have both Sankens and DPAs. Again, you never know what's on the second-hand market. But even from this, we still have another £165, if that's right. 155. Yeah. £155. So we have £155 left over for things like tape, batteries, and chargers for those batteries. Things like, I don't know, you could buy like not a Leatherman, but some sort of like multi-tool. What are they? Rycote stickies. And you could buy yourself a pint at the end because you've just managed to completely set yourself up with two G3s. You've got at least one decent mic on there, the Sanken. Again, the normal mic will be fine for clip-on, but it's just because of the size, it just makes it awkward to kind of fit, things like that. We've got really nice headphones to listen to, I think. Potentially the HD 26s aren't that much more. Need to do a bit of comparison on that. This is what we managed to find on eBay, which is pretty good. This is the buy it now, so potentially you could get it for less. Zoom F8 is going to do you brilliantly. And again, whether you want to then upgrade to a better battery solution, and I think having two G3s is going to be perfect. Short films, anything like that, you're mainly going to have two characters speaking, and then you have the boom, and you have two Sennheisers. So, if this video has been useful for you, then of course, the old thumbs up helps more people see it wherever this manages to appear. Leave your comments below about what you would buy or what you have bought. And obviously, £3,000 in one go is obviously really nice to then just get things started. Obviously, over time, you're obviously going to do things bit by bit, and that's going to make a lot more sense and be more realistic. But I thought for this scenario, £3,000 is pretty decent if you manage to save up that. We can get a really nice setup, and there's plenty of potential in this setup with the F8 having 8 inputs. So if you like daily content, you can see me tomorrow for another video. I'm in Hungary for the next 3 days, and then I'm back in the UK and then off to Amsterdam, and just, yeah. So this is all about me documenting what I would do. Let me know what you would do in the comments below, and subscribe, of course, and I'll see you tomorrow.